Sunseeker Yachts was created in 1971 by Robert Braithwaite, who wanted to build a revolutionary type of boat. That year, Sunseeker launched the Sovereign 17 to critical acclaim. Fast forward 50 years, and Sunseeker is still producing exceptional yachts that turn the eye and invoke wanderlust in the soul. The new Sunseeker 90 has expanded the interior boundaries to give it even more room, also giving a remarkable 20% increase in overall volume and nearly 30% more deck space, thanks not only to her substantial beam, but also her upright bow that brings interior volume forward. But one of the most interesting additions to this model is the increased attention to the beach club area right off the water for recreational lounging and quick access to water sports. This area is actually pretty interesting. Looks like a very nice place to entertain guests and just to enjoy spending time with family and friends with jet skis and swimming and pretty much anything else you can think of. All that and more as we take a closer look at the Sunseeker 90. Before we start, if you enjoy this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you love it, subscribe and ring the bell for more videos just like this. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, be sure and let us know in the comments below. Now, I'll be the first to admit that upon first glance, I wasn't the biggest fan of the external design of the Sunseeker 90. You know, everyone has their own particular tastes and interests, and it just doesn't really do it for me, this particular model. I'm not sure what it is, but the feel to me is a bit utilitarian, a bit uninspiring. Not that this yacht looks bad by any means, but there's nothing exciting to me. I don't think I'm a fan of the odd angles and cutouts that show up on this yacht. This vessel is based closely on the mechanical platform of the previous Sunseeker 88, although it differs noticeably and has been completely redesigned from the keel up. The Sunseeker 90 is the first vessel to have the ocean suffix, and it sits in the middle of the boat builder's yacht lineup. The Sunseeker 90 is wider with a lower center of gravity than the 88 she is replacing, and the redesigns have made her even more seaworthy, hence the new ocean moniker. It makes full use of the additional 69 centimeters of beam and 72 centimeters of length, with an interior volume about 20% more than the 88, with a 30% greater deck area, as mentioned previously. When you compare the two boats side by side, you'll see that the larger boat has a softer curve and a higher bow, which together add good forward capacity for the VIP cabin. The main new feature of the Sunseeker 90 is aft with what they call the Beach Club. This space was created by adding an amazing 24 square meters of additional room at the rear. Sunseeker has created an innovative mechanism it calls Extend to get even more usage out of this space at the stern. This is essentially a transom door with a smart design. When lowered, it provides full-length loungers on the bathing platform and maintains the waterproof seal on the sizable transom toy locker. However, pressing a button causes the hydraulics to start quietly and raise the door so it is just above horizontal. The lounger has been turned around such that it is now facing the main deck seating area. The seat transforms into the backrest and vice versa. The aft deck now has an additional 2 meters of useful length. The utility of the swimming platform below suffers a minor trade-off. Simple storage is all that is possible in the transom space. However, these spaces are frequently referred to as a mirage because they are typically utilized for storing damp toys and equipment. Sunseeker 90's Ocean's enormous 62.2 square meter flybridge serves as its true social hub. That's where you're going to want to spend all of your social time. Freestanding Minotti couches and armchairs with plush, inviting cushions can be found all around. The view to the rear is unobstructed by a glass bulwark, and the low GRP bulwarks on either side are strengthened by dazzling stainless steel railings. Every exterior sight is framed by the seascape thanks to those windows. You are even closer to the water because the external bulwark's middle piece is made of glass. Since all of the furniture is freestanding, the room feels airy and spacious. Although the owner has a choice, Minotti is a standard for Sunseekers. The sensation of volume is only increased by the open-plan galley. The main preparation space is an island with 3 optional bar stools and cupboards made of brushed stainless steel and dark chocolate-covered wood, feeling more like a kitchen in a high-end house on land. Sightlines from bow to stern are created by the fact that the bridge is partially open to the enormous multifaceted social space. It is also designed as a social area with 2 deep black pilot chairs in front of the navigation console, a plush corner sofa with a small table on one side. Both enjoy unrivaled views from the skylights above as well as the destination ahead. Owners can choose from a variety of generally complementary woods, textiles, stones, and metallic trim that Sunseeker has in its material library. In order to enhance the natural light, the lighting has been thoughtfully placed to highlight the usage of various textured materials, such as the weaving of a headboard fabric or the grain of leather, wall lights, spots, and soft indirect LED lighting all work together. The spacious full-beam owner's cabin amidships on the lower deck is where everything comes together. Lighting plays a significant role in emphasizing the width of this space, with its spacious dressing area, 2 basins, and comfortable lounging places. Aft, across the passageway, are 2 guest cabins with ensuite bathrooms. The main salon has an additional 3rd outdoor stairway for the crew and 2 interior staircases for access to the guest quarters. Although this might seem too generous for a 90-footer, there are certain advantages. Because there is no requirement for a corridor to run fore and aft, the complete beam can be utilized more effectively. This is especially noticeable in the owner's cabin, which, while having a sofa, vanity table, and an imperial-sized bed spanning 2 meters by 2 meters, still has plenty of room. It has a private staircase through the forward bulkhead of the bridge for the VIP stateroom, which takes up the entire bow and is majestic in its own right. It's been a bit since we last looked at a Sunseeker yacht, and the new release of the Sunseeker 90 made me think it's time for a revisit. Sunseeker makes solid yachts with well laid out interiors and tasteful appointments. Now, just because I'm not a fan of the exterior styling, doesn't make it bad and doesn't make it wrong. It's just a personal preference. If you think differently, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like. But if you loved it, please consider subscribing for more videos just like this one, injected directly into your YouTube feed. And while you're at it, check out these other videos on our channel, because there's always interesting and exciting things to watch here on Neon Cab. I'm Phil. Thanks for watching.